counting down live. Go.
This is Jerry White reporting from the World Socialist website at the state capitol in Charleston, West Virginia, where West Virginia teachers and school employees, more than 30,000, have been on strike for the past 5 days. Teachers are demanding decent wages. They are currently the 48th paid in the United States, and they are demanding full funding for the Public Employees Insurance Agency, the state-run medical insurance. Teachers have faced crushing health care costs due to the underfunding of what's called the PEIA. Today, once again, thousands of teachers descended on the state capitol as the state senators were debating. On Tuesday night, the leaders of the West Virginia Education Association and the American Federation of Teachers said they had a deal with the state's billionaire Governor Jim Justice to provide a one-time 5% increase in their wages and to set up some type of task force to examine funding for the Public Employees Insurance Agency that would include members of the unions. While the union leaders insisted that teachers should go back to work on Thursday morning and that Wednesday should be used as a cooling off period, rank and file teachers met in their own counties, online, and at the Capitol themselves, and they collectively agreed to reject any back to work order. They would not go back to work under the conditions in which none of their demands had been realized. The teachers' unions tried to pressure workers, telling them that there would be injunctions, telling them that they would have no public support if they continued striking. But teachers understood the immense public support that they had, that workers in the coal mining counties and other counties were providing wood, were providing food, were providing ponchos to the striking teachers, and they understood they had immense public support. They rejected the argument that an injunction could stop the teachers. In fact, the last time the teachers struck for 11 days in 1990, they defied a back-to-work injunction by a Democratic governor, Gaston Caperton. And in the 30 years of all the promises that were made that Democrats or Republicans would solve the question of public employees insurance, nothing has been resolved. And that is because both parties, Democrats and Republicans, are entirely beholden to the powerful energy corporations, the pharmaceutical and chemical corporations that dominate the state, and refuse to increase taxes or impinge upon their profits and their prerogatives at all. It is very significant that teachers have defied the unions. And in this struggle, the character of the unions has been displayed not only for workers here in West Virginia, but for everywhere. Far from fighting to defend the interests of workers, the unions function as the labor police of the employers, of the government, and try to suppress the opposition of workers and impose wage cuts and austerity. But here a rebellion has begun, and it is being watched, as teachers told us today. The world is watching, that the same problems confront workers in Kentucky, in Pittsburgh, in Oklahoma, in fact, around the world. So the World Socialist website will continue to report. We have a reporting team here in Charleston and throughout West Virginia. The strike will continue tomorrow. There are meetings being held among teachers. The great questions that confront these teachers are the great questions that confront workers everywhere. The Democratic Party is no friend of working people. It's a party of the elites and the corporations, no less ruthless than the Republicans. The unions are not organizations that genuinely represent workers, but are organizations that are tools of management and of the government. If any successful struggle is to be carried out, workers must take the conduct of this struggle into their own hands. Organize rank-and-file committees in the communities, in the schools, in the workplaces. Fight for the broadest mobilization of the working class, uniting miners and energy workers, hospital workers, teachers throughout the country, and to appeal to the working class, in fact, globally. The great question that is at stake is who is to decide where society's wealth is to be distributed. In the hands of the Democrats and Republicans, it's funneled to the top. The working class must organize and fight and demand its social rights, and it must attack the wealth of the financial and corporate elites and fight to provide what's necessary for quality education, affordable health care, and a decent future. This is Jerry White signing off from the World Socialist website in Charleston, West Virginia.